FaM has been going a long time, originally starting way back in March of 2009. Obviously, a lot has happened in that time, and since then, many new fans have become a part of the FaM universe. These videos will not only serve as a recap and a catch-up for all of the new fans of FaM, but will also be a helpful guide for any older fans looking for a refresher course. So sit back, be sure to pay attention, as we're about to run down the history of one of the original FaM founders, Andy Badwool. Andy Badwool is one of the most popular characters in FaM history. He was there on that day in March 2009, as he was one of the original 3 founders next to Black Heron and Guns, recently revealed to actually be 4, with the 4th being Rombuster's brother, Ranick. Throughout 2009, Andy Badwool and Black Heron dominated the tag team scene under the infamous moniker of Gold Standards. And the two also faced each other in the finals of the first and only King of the Ring tournament in FaM history, with the match ending in a tie and both being declared as winners. When the FaM shows started in early 2010, Andy took Rombuster under his wing and mentored him, forming with him the Straight Edge Society, and turning on his former best friend Black Heron. After winning a qualifying match on FaM Raw Episode 2, Andy went on to the first Royal Rumble pay-per-view to compete in a 4-man over-the-top battle royal for the FaM World Heavyweight Championship. After eliminating Guns, Rom, and Black Heron, he became the first ever FaM World Champion. At FAMniversary 1, Andy Badwool went on to defend his World Championship in the main event against his former partner, now enemy, FaM co-leader, Black Heron. After a long and grueling match, Andy ended up tapping out to the crossface from Black Heron and losing his title. After the event, Andy went missing from FaM rings. Fast forward almost a year into 2011, Black Heron was standing tall and reigning over FaM after turning his back on the fans and taking over the Skill Foundation stable. In the Elimination Chamber match at Extreme Rules, Black Heron successfully defended his World Heavyweight Championship with the help of Guns. But his celebration was short-lived, as Andy Badwool will make his triumphant return to enact revenge on BH and beat him down in the middle of the ring with the intention of saving FaM from BH's reign of terror and power trip. This confrontation is what led to their rematch at the next pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble. Once again, the two fought in a long, hard battle, which eventually ended when Andy's disciple, Rombuster, came running down to the ring. Rom, with a chair in hand, screwed his former mentor by throwing the chair to BH so that he could hit Andy and get disqualified, thus costing Andy the title opportunity he was waiting for over 10 months. Rom would later go on to explain that he couldn't allow Andy to just return and instantly overshadow Rom's rise to stardom and spotlight in FaM. And that same night, Rombuster went on to become one of the 2 final participants in the Rumble. But right before the number 30 spot could make his way to the ring, Andy appeared without being an entrant in the match and returned the favor to his former protege, contributing to Rom's elimination from the Royal Rumble match. What happened next ended up becoming some of the most personal moments and confrontations in FaM history, as Andy Badwool and Rombuster went to war against each other. All of this culminated into one of the biggest matches of their careers and in the history of FaM at FAMniversary 2, where after a huge Super GTS, Andy Badwool picked up the victory against Rom. What followed FAMniversary 2 is what is known as the darkest day in FaM history, as the YouTube channel and everything FaM had ever worked for was suddenly deleted from YouTube by an unknown source. In light of this, one man decided to change his ways and step up to become a leader. That man was Rombuster. When Rom came to power to restore some order and control to the clan, he let go of the previous leaders Black Heron and Andy Badwool. However, their exit from the company was short-lived, as the two men put their differences aside to join forces to take back what they started years ago. At the next Cyber Fam Day event and the Raws that followed, both Andy Badwool and Black Heron made their return to FAM under a new name, Betrayal. The two returning men then went on to the Survivor Series main event, where they faced off against Rom and his returning partner, Killswitch, with the FAM leadership on the line. Betrayal dastardly won the match and accomplished their goal to take over FAM once again. However, after the match had finished, BH and Andy took it one step further by eliminating Rombuster from FAM with a devastating concerto. Betrayal's rule over FAM continued, with them recruiting even more members, such as Roberto and MK, and took most of the gold. Andy even tried to force Guns to work under Betrayal, but after losing to him at Extreme Rules, Guns was freed from his old and outdated FAM contract. By the time FAM reached its third Royal Rumble event, things had started to get a little bit heated between Andy and BH. BH was ruling over FAM with an iron fist, while Andy wasn't too happy with BH's despotic ways. After failing to capture the World Heavyweight Championship during the night, Black Heron inserted himself in the Royal Rumble match, despite originally promising Andy he would be the chosen one to win it. BH ordered Betrayal and Andy to eliminate themselves so that he could win the match, and things almost imploded between the two. But before they could, Rombuster made his return and stormed the ring, eliminating both MK and BH from the Rumble. Andy, however, survived Rom's assault and sneakily eliminated him from the Rumble. During the period between Rumble and FAMniversary 3, a lot had changed, including the Royal Rumble winner being removed from the group. This left 2TM, the world champion at the time, without a challenger. After a series of cryptic messages, it was revealed that 2TM's opponent for FAMniversary 3 was none other than Andy Badwool himself. Andy went on to defeat 2TM and become the new FAM World Champion. But before he even had a chance to breathe, Black Heron came out and demanded that Andy Badwool hand over the World Championship to him. Andy refused, saying that he was done with BH's order and that if he wanted the title, he would have to fight him for it right now. The two then went on to compete in what was both their second match of the night, with Andy successfully retaining his newly found prize. Following FAMniversary and leaving Betrayal, Andy had 2TM's rematch clause to deal with. Merck vowed that if he did not win the match against Andy at Cyber Fam Day, that he would leave FAM once and for all. Forever. When the two men finally met at the event, it seemed like everything was going to go down fair and straight. Until the climax of the match, where the Skilled Foundation, Roberto, and Black Heron all teamed together with Merck to defeat Andy Badwool. After a final black and gold powerbomb, Merck was able to pin Andy and once again become the FAM World Champion, while also revealing that he had joined Betrayal. After his defeat, Andy was recruited to be part of Team Rom at FAM Survival. At first he declined, but after seeing the continued corruption from Betrayal and now the GM, he rethought that decision and joined the team. At the event, Killswitch made his return and eliminated Bash from the match, which meant Andy would have to go up against his former Straight Edge Society member. After a serious back and forth match, Andy took control, and as it looked like he was about to win, Darren interrupted, making the match a no DQ. This distraction and new stipulation gave Killswitch what he needed to win, as he attacked Andy with a chair before hitting a switchback on the chair to eliminate him from the match. However, that wasn't the last time we'd see Andy in this event, as later in that same match, it was revealed Andy's former mentor, original FaM founder, and the original founder of the Straight Edge Society had returned. That man being Ranick. Ranick called Andy out and in front of everyone delivered a pedigree to Andy. The next step in the career of Andy Badwool will take him through FaM Pandora, as he will go one-on-one with his former mentor, friend, and ally, the FaM General Manager, Ranick.